Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. It's our Old Town Grill High School Game of the Week. Tonight, we're in regional action as the Claiborne Bulldogs play host to the West Greene Buffaloes. As you can tell, weather will play a factor. Tonight is going to be down, it's going to be dirty, it's going to get muddy. And tonight, both these teams are looking for a regional victory to propel them to the postseason. Who walks out the winner? Stay tuned to find out. It's the Buffaloes of West Greene. It's the Bulldogs of Claiborne. And it's next.
Buffaloes, and as we're still inside of the pregame and waiting for both teams to make their way out here, the captains have made their way to midfield, and we'll wait for the officials, and they'll get through the coin toss. Brandon, we were here last week. We saw Claiborne really take advantage. Their rushing attack, I really felt like it picked up a little bit as the night went on against Middlesboro, but it was their defense that really stepped up, causing 4 turnovers and capitalizing on those. So we expect to see Claiborne try to do the same here tonight.
Yeah, I think so. It was the defense that really did win Claiborne that ball game last Friday against Middlesboro, and you mentioned they caused 4 turnovers against that Yellow Jackets offense, and almost every one of those turnovers led to some points in some form or fashion for Claiborne, and you know that the defense is going to want to do the same tonight. The offense really moved the ball, I thought, very efficiently last Friday. They really balanced the rushing attack, but for West Greene, for the Buffaloes, they have plenty of weapons as well. Quarterback Alec Daughtry on the season. He's 9 of 14 for 170 yards, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. But, of course, their workhorse is the senior Julian Lane. The running back in just 2 games has a total of 23 carries for 265 yards to go along with 4 touchdowns. He also has 2 catches for 25 yards and another score. And the most impressive thing to me, at least here in the early portion of the season, he's also thrown 7 passes for 4 completions and 45 yards. So a very versatile senior. So it's going to be a battle of 2 very high-powered rushing attacks.
The Claiborne Bulldogs come rushing onto their sideline over here on the near side. West Greene has already made their way out to their sideline. West Greene in their away uniforms, blue pants, white jerseys, gray numerals, which are going to be very hard to see here tonight. And they have blue helmets with an American flag on the side. Claiborne in their home, white pants, blue jerseys, white numerals, white helmets with their number on the side of them.
Looking at the West Greene uniforms with the white jerseys and the gray numerals reminded me of a college football game that took place last night in an SEC matchup with Arkansas was taking on FCS opponent Florida A&M, and the Rattlers were really penalized at the start of every single quarter for having the same colored number as their uniforms, as their jerseys. And seeing that we are having a similar outlook here for the Buffaloes of West Greene.
I don't know if they'll get penalized necessarily for that, but nevertheless, it's going to make it kind of hard for us. Although, kind of looking over their roster, I imagine as long as we see Julian Lane, number 1, we could pretty well call it. West Greene has won the toss and has elected to receive. Claiborne will be going on defense. West Greene going from right to left on your dial. Claiborne from left to right on your dial, and we're going to get ready to tee this one up and kick it off. A light drizzle has taken over the field here. The wind kicked up around 10 miles per hour, as we said. Off in the distance, if you look south of the stadium here, you see a little glimmer of hope. There's some light coming through, so hopefully this little shower will just be in and out of here very quickly, and we won't have to worry about it throughout the rest of this evening. Of course, Hurricane Harvey, what's left of it, the remnants of it now, I guess it's a depression or just a storm at this point, kind of over our area right now. We're being spared just a little bit. It's kind of east of us, but nevertheless, we're still going to get some precipitation off this particular storm. Our officials are out of the Knoxville Football Officials Association this evening. Your referee is Tracy Wheeler. Your umpire is Brandon Murphy. Line judge Reno Hall. Head linesman Eric Ogle. Your back judge is Richard Greene. Clock operator Jay Miller. And your play clock operator is Randy O'Neill. As the rain comes down, Claiborne again will be teeing this one off. Kicking off will be Grayson Howard, number 99. And Julian Lane is deep back to return for West Greene as he stands at his 10-yard line.
And Lane standing at the 10-yard line, stretching, getting ready. You know, he's feeling it, getting ready to kick this one off and looking to show the fans here in New Tazewell what he can do. And the Buffaloes will have a chance to start the game off on offense. And we'll see if the Bulldog defense is up to the task early on.
Gotta get those special teams here first. Julian, a 6'2", 185-pound senior. And we're underway here from New Tazewell as they'll kick away from Lane. That's a loose ball picked up around the 10-yard line. To the 15, reversing field over to the right side and getting close to the 20, just past the 20-yard line. On the return, looked to be Caleb Gladson, number 7.
Let's see, it could have been number 7, Caleb Gladson. I thought I saw number 2.
You're right, it is 2, Clowers.
Yes, it was Clowers on the return. And you know, they kicked the ball away from Lane, forcing the ball to skip over into the junior's hands. And now we'll see what West Greene does on offense on their own side of the field.
Starting from their 21-yard line, it's a K&K Meadow first down and 10. One receiver to the left side, one to the right. And we got to get the ball switched out here. Your starting quarterback is Alec Daltrey, the sophomore, standing 6 foot, weighing 215 pounds, wearing number 14. And they're going to start in the I formation, and I imagine we're going to see Julian Lane quite a bit here this evening.
I think you're going to see a heavy dose of number 1 tonight.
So on a K&K Meadow first down and 10. Daltrey. He's actually going to hand off to the fullback, and he's going to run the ball forward to about the 24-yard line.
And I like the call on first down by West Greene. I think everybody in the house was expecting kind of Lane to get things started here for the offense, and they gave it to the fullback up the middle for a minimal gain.
Clowers picks up 2 to the 24, and it'll be second down and a short 8 yards to go. One receiver to the left side, one to the right. Again, an I formation coming for West Greene. Claiborne going with a 4-3 look. Safety coming in from the right side, or corner coming in from the right side. It's going to be a handoff to Lane. Lane breaks the first tackle, breaks the second tackle, and stretches forward down to the 29-yard line for a gain of 5.
And the Claiborne Bulldog defensive back, Austin Cunningham, tried to blitz off of the right side and got drilled as he was trying to tackle the running back. A great block by the West Greene front line, and it makes it third down and very short.
That'll be third down. Let's call it right at a long 2, almost a short 3 to go. Ball in the near hash mark. First third down West Greene will see this evening. 2 receiver to the right side. I formation once again. Hands off to Lane. Lane trips. He's going to get down close to the first down. They're going to mark him at about the 31.5-yard line. He tripped around the backfield when he got the carry. That hurt his momentum. He's going to be very close to the marker.
Yeah, we'll see where the officials spot the ball. And it's going to officially be a fourth down. And on that play, while the ball carrier slipped as he passed the line of scrimmage, Claiborne brought their defensive backs up again, this time later than they did. They didn't show it, but they brought it in late, and it proved to be very effective on defense. And now force a 3 and out for the opening drive.
West Greene's going to have to punt on their opening drive. It's going to be fourth down and 1. And I believe that's Lane that's dropped back to punt. Have to watch for the fake here. And he's going to get this one off. He's going to get hit into the ankle. It's a very straight up punt. And will eventually be down at the West Greene 44-yard line. Not a good punt, 15 yards on the net.
And I think the reason why it may not have been a good punt, I think the senior, number 52, Alex Vanover, may have gotten a tiny piece of that football. And because of that, because Vanover was able to get in there and stop Lane's kick, Claiborne's going to have the ball with tremendous field position on West Greene's side of the field for their first drive.
Just past the West Greene 45-yard line. It's a K&K Meadow first down and 10 for Claiborne. Starting quarterback is Eli Stone. He'll go under the center with split backs behind him. 2 receivers to his right side. He's going to hand off up the middle, and running with the football is Beeson. Beeson's going to get some positive yards, but just about 1, and it'll bring up second down.
And, you know, West Greene, looking at the footage on defense, looking at the film of Claiborne so far this season, you know, it's been Beeson up the middle on that fullback dive. That's worked to a lot of success for Claiborne, and West Greene was ready for it on first down.
1 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Again, Stone will go under the center with split backs behind him once again. Stone Keeps it this time. Pitches out to the right side to the 40. This is Beeson trying to break tackles and eventually is going to get wrapped around by Wes Greene. It took 2 people to get him down. He's down at the 40 for a gain of 4.
And it was Noah Carson of the Buffaloes that tried to bring down Eli Stone before Stone was able to pitch the ball over to Beeson. Beeson's able to get it to the 40-yard line, but avoiding disaster as Carson nearly got to the quarterback and really could have made that a great play in the backfield.
Ball's on the near hash mark, resting at the West Greene 40-yard line. 2 receivers to the left side, now 1 to the right. Stone again goes under the center. It is 3rd down and 6. Split backs behind him. He hands off to the fullback up the middle and bringing the ball forward to the 34-yard line. On the run this time looks to have been Bryce Laws.
I think it was Beeson again, and it was. It was Elijah Beeson for the 3rd time.
You're right. So they keep moving Beeson around a little bit in that formation.
And Claiborne did a great job, too, last week against Middlesboro of putting some nice fakes in there up the middle and to the side. So it's hard to tell which of those Bulldogs has the football.
On a K&K middle, 1st down and 10. I formation for Stone. Stone this time is going to hand off. Beeson puts the ball on the ground, but I believe he falls back on it at the 33-yard line. He lost that one, but luckily fell right back on it, and he still gains a yard.
And on the 4th consecutive play to go to number 10, Beeson for the Bulldogs. And on this time, it was more of a design run. This one was going to go to Beeson the whole way, whereas all the other plays were a quarterback read. And Beeson, again, luckily to fall on top of that football after losing control.
2nd down and 9. Ball still on the near hash mark. 7:45 in county left to go first quarter. This is the first drive for the Bulldogs. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Split backs behind Stone. Stone's going to hand off, running with the fullback down to the 25-yard line. And that's Beeson once again.
It's been Beeson on every play so far for this Claiborne offense. That was great vision as he crossed the line of scrimmage to kind of switch his path and get more yards than he could have gotten had he gone the opposite direction.
Give him 7 on the run, brings up 3rd down. Let's call it 1 yard to go. Ball resting at the West Greene 26-yard line. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right.
And wouldn't be surprised to see Beeson take it up the middle or perhaps the fullback Laws.
High formation for Stone. Stone going to hand off. Beeson met and dropped in the backfield. Give him forward progress to the 27. He'll lose 1.
And Nathan Medlin tried to go back to the well one more time. Tried to go back to Beeson to just get him 1 more extra yard. And the Buffalo defensive line was certainly ready for it.
Claiborne's going to go for this one unless they want to attempt the field goal. There's no need in punting from your own or from the Bulldog, from the Buffalo 27-yard line.
I think that's a good call to go for it on 4th and short here. Opening drive of the game. Still plenty more football to be played here, as you mentioned. Too far into your opponent's territory to punt the ball, so line them up and see if you can get 2 yards.
4th down and 3. Bulldogs are going to go for this one. They'll send 1 receiver to the right side, 2 to the left. I formation as Stone goes under the center. Laws the fullback, Beeson the deep back. Stone fumbles the ball. And it's still on the ground, and West Greene's going to recover the fumble at the 31-yard line.
And that was a miscommunication before the play even started for Claiborne. As I saw, Elijah Beeson and Bryce Laws were kind of confused on where to line up on that play. And then as soon as the ball was snapped, Stone kind of juggled the snap a little bit, dropped it before he tried to go off to the side, and then as he was hit from behind, he lost the football entirely. And now the Buffaloes come up with the first turnover of the game on defense.
A missed opportunity for Claiborne as they started that one in West Greene territory. The Buffaloes now have a K&K middle 1st down and 10. 1 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation with a back to the right side. Rolling out right side, throwing the ball. It is incomplete. Incomplete. And it was intended for
Jamie
Kearney, number 42. Different strategy at that time by West Greene and quarterback Daughtry. They set the gun and come out throwing.
Yeah, that's right. The Buffaloes, after running the ball 3 straight times on their opening drive, they opt to throw the ball on 1st down in what was a nice design. However, Kearney just wasn't able to secure the ball. It was a great pass right in the numbers, and the junior just dropped it. And that's going to force a 2nd down and long for the Buffalo offense. West Greene's offense hasn't been able to roll here as much as they would have liked to start the game off.
2nd down and 10. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Again, this is Daughtry in the gun with a back to his right side. Man in motion now from the left to the right. Daughtry again is going to roll off right side, looking off into the flat, and it is going to be incomplete once again. This one was intended for Lane.
As they lined up the senior superstar Lane at receiver this play, instead of taking him in the backfield, it was the same design for Daughtry to really roll out to the right side. And so far, 2 passes towards the far sideline for the quarterback and 2 incompletions.
2 good passes.
Yes.
2 drops.
You're right, and then both of those passes have not been on the quarterback's fault. And the receivers for West Greene really got some butterfingers here early on.
5:50 left to go first quarter. This is the second drive for West Greene. Their first one, they went 3 and out, and right now they're faced with a 3rd down and 10. Ball resting at their 31-yard line. Still scoreless. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation for Daughtry, back to his right side. Daughtry's going to drop, looking, throws off down the far sideline. Once again, it's going to be man-on-man. It's going to be incomplete, intended for a Lane, and great defense by Laws.
Yeah, you're right about that. Terrific defensive back play by Bryce Laws. It was a streak pattern for Julian Lane down the far sideline. And how about the West Greene offense, the play calling? 3 straight runs on their first drive, 3 straight passes on their second drive, trying to get it in the hands of their best playmaker. But what about the job by the junior Bryce Laws, staying stride for stride with Lane and tapping that ball down.
It's going to be 4th down and 10. Buffalo set back to punt. Their punter, again, is Lane. He's kicking to Beeson. Lane gets a better kick this time. It's going to be a spiral one that will drop at the 37. And we'll take a Claiborne bounce. And the Bulldogs will start with possession inside their own territory at their 36-yard line.
And what was a much better punt that time by Julian Lane almost turned into a big mistake by West Greene, as Buffalo nearly hit the ball before they wanted to down the ball, and eventually West Greene does down the ball at about the 35-yard line. And so now we'll see how the Bulldogs respond on offense after having that missed opportunity in their last drive. Had a chance to score the ball, a chance to get the ball deep into West Greene territory, and couldn't capitalize.
On a K&K Metal 1st down and 10. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Ace backfield, now man in motion from the left to the right is Beeson. It'll be a handoff to Beeson. Beeson finding the hole up the middle, past the 40, taking West Greene Buffaloes with him forward to the 43-yard line.
And on the last drive where Elijah Beeson really took almost every single play on offense, lining up in the backfield and going straight up the middle. This time they send him in motion, and he goes from left to right and gets up a nice 7-yard carry.
2nd down and 3, ball on the far hash mark at the Bulldog 43-yard line as we approach 5 minutes left to go here in a scoreless first quarter. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Again, Stone will go under the center with an ace backfield. Laws is his back. Stone, quarterback keep, goes up the middle. Offensive line is just driving like nobody's business. And Stone will eventually go down near midfield as he will bring the ball forward to the 49-yard line on a quarterback keeper that saw the offensive line technically get more yards than Stone.
Yeah, I don't think that the West Greene defense was expecting a quarterback sneak, really, on a 2nd down and 3. And as you said, the offensive line firmly winning the battle and in the trenches on that play to set up the first down.
It's a K&K Metal 1st down and 10, still at the Claiborne 49-yard line. 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Again, Stone goes under the center with Laws behind him in the H-back. He'll hand off to Laws. Laws past midfield and eventually get taken down in West Greene territory at the Buffalo 49-yard line for a gain of 2.
The Claiborne offense now trying to shake things up a little bit, as it was Beeson for the first play. Then it was Stone on the quarterback keeper on the second play of the drive. And now for play number 3, it goes to Laws. 3 different plays to 3 different ball carriers. We'll see if they give the ball back to Beeson on this 2nd down, or maybe even possibly go for a short pass.
That'll be 2nd down and 8. 2 receivers left side, again 2 to the right. Stone again an ace back. Sends a man in motion now from the right to the left. And Stone again is going to hand to Laws on a misdirection, and Laws battles his way forward past the 45 to the 42-yard line.
And on that occasion, it was number 23, the senior Hunter Rosenbaum, who was the man in motion for Claiborne. And with Rosenbaum drawing the attention of the defense, they send Laws up the middle, and Laws gets a very nice carry on his back-to-back plays carrying the football. And it's another 3rd down and short. This is the scenario that Claiborne was in further in West Greene territory the last drive, and it didn't work out. The Buffalo defense came up big. Can they do it again?
3rd down, let's call it 2 yards to go. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Again, ace backfield for Stone. Sends a man in motion once again from the right to the left. They'll hand off to that man in motion. Rosenbaum gets past the 40 and falls his way forward to about the 38-yard line. The game will be good enough for the K&K Metal 1st down.
Very nice. Third down and short conversion, sending Rosenbaum in motion again, and this time giving the senior the football for the first time tonight. And, last week against Middlesboro, Rosenbaum was not involved as much as Claiborne would have liked. The senior has been a big playmaker for Claiborne in the past, and that was his first carry for a first down tonight.
4 yards on the run by Rosenbaum, sets another K and came out on first down and 10, this time at the Buffalo 39-yard line. 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Ace backfield for Stone. Stone fumbles the football, and Wes Greene is going to fall on it at the 42-yard line.
And just like that, the Bulldog momentum has been stopped, as it was number 51 for the Buffalo defense. Taryn Greene, the senior who caused that fumble, caused Eli Stone to drop the football for the second straight drive. And 1 week after the Bulldog defense forced Middlesboro into 4 turnovers, 2 drives and 2 turnovers for the hometown team.
The Buffaloes will start with a K and came out of first down and 10, starting at their 42-yard line. 1 receiver to either side. I formation this time for Wes Greene. Handoff, going toward the middle of the field to the 45 to the 50, inside Bulldog territory to the 46-yard line.
And Wes Greene now, after throwing the ball 3 plays on their previous drive, they finally get, so far, their best offensive play of the game thus far, sending the ball up the middle for a first down run. And now it looks like the Buffaloes are going to try and go tempo a little bit here, trying to run some fast offense.
1 receiver off to either side, another K and middle, first down and 10, this time at the Claiborne 45-yard line. It's going to be another handoff up the middle, and Claiborne will have nothing of this. And that is Dexter Fry on the run for a loss of 1.
And it was a pair of Bulldogs, a pair of seniors, Lucas Neely and Alex Vanover. It was, I believe, Neely who officially gets credit for the tackle, blasting the ball carrier behind the line of scrimmage. And after getting fooled on first down, allowing the run up the middle, the Bulldog defense was not, they would not allow the ball carrier to get past that line 2 times in a row.
That'll be second down and 11. 1 receiver off to either side. Again, I formation for Daughtry as he goes under the center. Less than 2 minutes left to go in a scoreless first quarter. Daughtry hands off to the left side, trying to bounce around, breaks the tackle to the 45, going back up the middle to the 40, and eventually being taken down inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. Again, on the run was Dexter Fry, number 26.
As it was the senior Fry on the carry. Hunter Rosenbaum gets credit for the tackle, as earlier on Rosenbaum was hit hard by a block as Fry was able to cross the line of scrimmage. Rosenbaum's able to track him down and get the tackle and save that play from being a few yards deeper.
It is going to be third down and 2. And Wes Greene will take their first timeout. We'll take this one with a 1:09 left to go first quarter. It is Wes Greene 0. It is Claiborne 0.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Yesteryear Country Market is your destination for the finest and freshest foods in the tri-state area. Yesteryear features a variety of groceries, natural foods, and homemade desserts like their mudslide brownie and strawberry pudding. Yesteryear also has baked goods prepared fresh every day, such as their freshly baked breads sold by the loaf, or they can be put on a sandwich from their deli. Yesteryear Country Market, located at 1453 Highway 63 in Cumberland Gap.
We are back to Bulldog Field where we have 1:09 left to go here inside of this first quarter. Wes Greene just spending their first time out. And they are going to be getting ready for, once again, another third down upcoming for them.
And we'll see if Wes Greene can try and stay on the field. The offense, the Buffalo offensive unit can stay on the field longer. This has been the longest drive of the offense so far for Wes Greene.
Third down and 2. 1 receiver to the left side, 1 to the right. Man in motion now from the right to the left. Daughtry hands off, and Lane is met with some force. He'll be taken down at the 41-yard line for a loss of 4.
Matt Cupp the junior, who gets most of his production on the offensive side of the ball with a power run game for Claiborne. This time lines up at defensive line and absolutely blasts the ball carrier. Again, it's been really kind of both ways. If it's a third and short scenario, a lot of times the defense is able to hold their ground and stop the offense from gaining just a short yardage.
Buffaloes are probably going to go for this one. As they have the ball, it is going to be 4th down and 6 at the Bulldog 41-yard line.
And unlike Claiborne's 4th down attempt earlier, this will be a bigger, more yards to cover for West Greene.
One receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation for Daughtry. Daughtry's going to drop back looking. Screen pass to the left side is complete to the 40, to the 35. First down to the 30, to the 25, and inside the 25 on the completion was Clowers.
And it was Clowers who comes up with the biggest offensive play of the game so far for West Greene. It was the junior, number 58, Gage Caleb's, that really came around on the swing pass as Clowers made the reception and could have made that tackle that would have forced a turnover on downs for the West Greene offense. However, Clowers is able to shake that tackler, the would-be tackler, and it's a first down.
18 yards on the pass completion, sets up a Kane, came out of first down and 10. Now at the 24-yard line of Claiborne. 2 receivers right side, I formation. Daughtry hands off, Lane stutters and gets past the 20. Flag on the play as Lane goes down to the 19-yard line. And we're going to our first penalty of the evening. And this one's in the area of holding.
And so to say, it's going to be a hold against West Greene.
You're going to have 2 running teams. Eventually, you're going to have a couple of holding calls here and there. For West Greene, you did not want it right now as you're marching inside the red zone.
Yeah, just after they came up with an 18-yard pass completion, their biggest pass of the game so far, their biggest really play period so far in this game, and really the next play, the mistake on offense by the holding call sends your team back just a little bit.
Moves them back to the 33-yard line. It'll be first down and 20. Now upcoming for West Greene. Still like Kane came out of first down. And this time 20 yards to go as the clock is wound and we are under 5 seconds left to go. 1 receiver to the left side, 1 to the right. I formation for Daughtry, but he's not going to get this one off, and we're going to go to the end of the first. We've played 12 minutes here at Bulldog Field, 1 quarter in the books. Our score, it is Claiborne 0. It is West Greene 0.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Welcome back to Bulldog Field as we get ready for second quarter action between the Buffaloes and the Bulldogs. In that first quarter of play, no scores. Claiborne had 2 fumbles on their 2 offensive possessions. West Greene having their 3rd offensive possession so far here of the contest. And they are driving inside Claiborne territory as they'll have the ball at the Bulldog 33-yard line.
And there's no doubt about it. That was a defensive first quarter with neither team being able to punch the ball into the end zone, and both teams coming up with some key stops. And for West Greene in particular, forced the Bulldogs into 2 turnovers. And now with West Greene here, after the holding penalty, they now have it at 1st and 20. The good thing about that, however, is you have 3 plays to try and make that 20 yards up. We'll see how West Greene opens up the second quarter.
West Greene on a first down and 20 sends a man in motion from the right to the left. This is going to be play action. Daughtry rolls out to the right side, throwing. It's complete to the 25, inside the 25, down to about the 21-yard line as the pass was completed to number 5, Austin Anderson.
And Anderson, the senior, making his first catch of the evening, the first pass completion of the evening. And the quarterback, Alec Dowdy, has been able to really roll off to the side 3 or 4 times tonight. That was the first time that it worked to West Greene's advantage. Even though it only goes for just a couple of yards, really, all it takes is that 1 pass completion, and then that passing offense, that passing attack can open up a little bit more. Then you can go deeper down the field.
It is second down and 8. 2 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Pass out of the left flat is complete It's going to be going for a first down, flag down on the play. We'll wait and see what this indication is. Again, it looks like it's going to be in the area of a hold.
Yeah, it seems like it could be another hold against the Buffaloes, and it's actually going to be a push.
A block in the back.
A block in the back against the Buffaloes. And really, it was kind of a defensive miscommunication by the Bulldogs as the pass really out to the left side in the flat as the quarterback for the Buffaloes was able to see the receiver wide open, so he flinged it out to him immediately after the snap. However, that play, that offensive play that gave the Buffaloes really good production is going to go back again the second time in just a couple of plays, 2 or 3 plays, that West Greene has been hit with a holding penalty after staying clean up to this point in the evening.
So it'll be second down and 15 after the penalty. Ball resting at the below 27-yard line. Man in motion from the left to the right. This is going to be a pitch out or a throw out to him, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and diving for the pylon. Did he get there? He did. Touchdown, West Greene on the pass from Daughtry.
And it was number 17, Brian McCrary, who caught the pass and ran into the end zone. One play after catching the ball on the left side of the field on the flat, he goes the opposite side on this occasion and is able to take it all the way into the end zone with the secondary chasing him. McCrary, the senior, dives into the end zone for the first score of the evening.
So West Greene now set for the extra point. Snap down. The attempt is up. The attempt is good. Time out of the field with 10:48 left to go here inside of the first half. The Buffaloes are to score. They lead this one over the Claiborne Bulldogs by the score of 7-0.
Yesteryear Country Market is your destination for the finest and freshest foods in the tri-state area. Yesteryear features a variety of groceries, natural foods, and homemade desserts like their mudslide brownie and strawberry pudding. Yesteryear also has baked goods prepared fresh every day, such as their freshly baked breads sold by the loaf, or they can be put on a sandwich from their deli. Yesteryear Country Market, located at 1453 Highway 63 in Cumberland Gap.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
10:48 left to go inside of the first half. Buffalo strike first on a 27-yard pass completion from Daughtry to McCrary. The extra point is good, and the Buffaloes lead this one 7-0. That drive going 7 plays, 58 yards, took 3:58 off the clock.
In what was the third drive of the contest for the Buffaloes, without a doubt their most successful drive of the evening, as the quarterback Alec Daughtry was really able to pass the ball to perfection really on that drive, minus a couple of offensive penalties from the O-line. And the Buffaloes strike first. Now it's Claiborne's turn to try and answer. Plenty of time left.
Buffalo's on a beautiful end-over-end kick that'll be taken at about the 15-yard line, to the 20, up the middle of the 25, to the 30. Got some room here, spinning. This is Beeson to the 40, Beeson to the 45, and eventually getting taken down around midfield. And Beeson brings Claiborne to midfield. They'll start right at the 50-yard line.
And after your defense gives up a touchdown, you couldn't really think of a better response than getting the ball out all the way to midfield on the kickoff return by Beeson. No doubt about it, the MVP of this game so far for Claiborne has been the senior, number 10, sending it out all the way to the 50.
Bulldogs will start with a K&K Metal first down and 10. One receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. I formation for Stone. Looking at 4 down linemen. West Greene now looking at possibly a 5th down on the far side. Stone, quarterback, keep getting a push from Laws. And Laws may have actually pushed Stone down as he was trying to push him through. He'll get about 3 yards on the carry, and it's in West Greene territory to the 47.
Yeah, an interesting call from Nathan Medlin to go for a quarterback sneak on first down and 10, and goes for a short gain on first down as Laws, as you mentioned, Laws pushing Stone and may have eventually even caused Stone to hit the floor.
He got 3 yards on it, and color commentator from last year, Asher, always had that mentality. 3 yards and a cloud of dust, that's all you need. Second down and 7. One receiver left side, 2 to the right. This is going to be a handoff, And I believe this is Beeson moving the ball forward for just one, and it'll bring up third down.
And now already a third down scenario for Claiborne, coming off with a big kickoff return from Beeson. Beeson gets it for the first time on this drive for a short gain, and now it's third and a few here for Claiborne. We'll see what the Bulldogs dial up here on offense for third down.
Third down and 6 now for the Bulldogs. Ball on the far hash mark as the wind kicks up one more time here at Bulldog Field. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Stone goes under the center, split backs behind him. Stone dropping back, looking to pass. First pass of the evening. If he gets it off, he's going to throw down the left sideline. It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to be intercepted by the Buffaloes. Intercepted at the West Greene 18-yard line. The pass was intended for Hayden Holland.
And the pass was picked off by the junior Kyler Clowers. Clowers, who picked up a big catch on offense for West Greene earlier, comes up with a big defensive interception on what was an ill-advised throw by Stone, throwing it into double coverage as the safety came over to help on the near sideline. And now already the third forced turnover by the Buffalo defense. The Claiborne offense making way too many mistakes to stay into it.
3 drives, 3 turnovers for Claiborne. The Buffaloes will start with a K&K middle first down and 10 at their own 18-yard line. They'll send 2 receivers to the right side, I formation for the quarterback. Hand off to the fullback, and Claiborne's going to be all over this one as the ball moved forward to about the 20-yard line.
As the Buffaloes taking a little bit of a page out of the Claiborne playbook, sending that to the fullback down up the middle.
I believe that was Clowers.
And I think it may have been. Giving the ball to the junior one play after he comes up with the interception. And that's going to make it second down.
2 yards on the run brings up second down and 8. Two receivers to the left side. I formation for Daughtry.
See if the Buffaloes go for a throw here on second down.
Daughtry throws off to the left side, a little hitch pattern. And it's going to be completed over to the far sideline for a few yards.
And I believe that's number 17, Brian McCrary, on the reception. And the Buffaloes of West Greene liking that play call here early on in the second half. That's the third time they've gone to that pass out in the flat to Brian McCrary. And obviously that's what allowed the Buffaloes to score on their previous possession. Sets up a third and very manageable off the pass to McCrary.
Again, these uniforms for West Greene, the numbers are very, very hard to see. We approach 8 minutes left to go first half. It's going to be third down. Let's call it right at 4 yards to go. 1 receiver off to either side. I formation with a tight end to the right. Hand off and bring the ball forward for the first down. Past the 30-yard line. Ball's on the ground. Did Claiborne get their first turnover? There's a fumble at the 33-yard line.
West Greene was able to recover
it. And West Greene does recover it.
And a heads-up play by the Buffaloes. Can't quite see who the man was that fell on top of that ball after West Greene picks up the first down. And for Claiborne, a couple of those defensive players were not aware that the football was on the ground. Could have picked up that defensive recovery for Claiborne. Could have paid West Greene back a little bit for the 3 turnovers that they have forced. And nonetheless, it's a first down for the Buffaloes.
Ball resting at the West Greene 33-yard line. 2 receivers to the left side. And West Greene confused here a little bit, bringing people on and off the field. Send a tight end to the left as Daughtry stands in the gun. Daughtry goes to throw off into the flat, and it's going to be incomplete. Almost intercepted that time, as there was a Claiborne defender over there. That was 34 Austin Cunningham, who read that play. Unfortunately for him, the ball was too far up the elevator shaft, and he couldn't get a hold of that one.
Yeah, the pass really out of reach for both the defensive back and the receiver. The pass from Daughtry going out to the flat again, really going back to that well. They like that play, trying to get it to McCrary again. That one is incomplete. And really one of the first incomplete passes in a while for West Greene, and some of those easy passes have been on target.
So it brings up second down and 10 upcoming for the Buffaloes. Again, they lead this one 7-0 with 7:20 left to go first half. 1 receiver to either side. It's going to be a pitch out coming to the near side. This is Lane to the 35, Lane to the 40, Lane to the 45, takes a hit and eventually is taken down, but not before he picks up another K&K medal. First down and 10.
And you really almost forgot about the senior Julian Lane here so far in the first half. He's really not touched the football hardly at all. They've targeted him on some long passes earlier on in the game, but you know it's hard to forget about the man who has 265 total rushing yards in 2 games, and he shows you why, picking up a nice run on second down.
It's a K Metal first down and 10, ball resting at the Buffalo 45-yard line. One receiver to either side, I formation. Pitch out to Lane, once again to the 45, to the 50. Lane getting on his horse to the 45 and inside Claiborne territory to the 43-yard line.
And they pitched the ball to Lane towards the right side on the previous play. They gave it to him the opposite side on the left, really kind of preserving Lane throughout the whole first portion of this first half, and now really giving the ball to Lane really early and often here. Back-to-back plays for the senior.
West Greene going to hurry up, and Claiborne's going to have to take the timeout to settle down the troops here. We'll take it with him. 6:48 left to go first half. Our score is West Greene 7. It's Claiborne 0. The rain is starting again.
Mm-hmm. All right. If you have ticket number 3326, 3326, or 3313, either one of those tickets, come on up.
If you want to do a station ID real quick.
You can either
I said if you want to do a station ID real quick.
$20 gift card being given away by Sears of Castle. Okay, they loaded us up with these hats and gift cards tonight, so come on up.
Back to Bulldog Field, 6:48 left to go here inside of the first half. Inside the regional action here in Class 3A Region 1. Right now, West Greene leads Claiborne by the score of 7-0. And Claiborne taking their first timeout of the first half, trying to stop the bleeding. West Greene is they're moving the ball very quickly down the field right now.
Yeah, the Buffaloes really executing their offensive game plan very well here on the second drive. Got off to a slow start, but they've really picked it up here in the last couple of drives.
It's a K Metal first down and 10. I formation for Daughtry. Two receivers to the right side. Daughtry. He hands the ball off. I thought he was going to play action. I believe this is Lane moving the ball past the 40 near the 35-yard line. And we're able to move him to the 35 for a gain of 8.
And what is the third consecutive play to go to the senior Lane. And Lane really showing you why he's garnered all this hype here for the West Greene offense. Really taking the ball off of three plays in a row where the senior was able to find a gap and really bounce to the outside and take it for a nice gain.
32 yards on the last 3 carries for Lane.
Yeah.
It's going to be second down and 8 as the rain is starting to find its way back to New Tazewell. It's starting to really drizzle here. Two receivers to the right side. I formation for the Buffaloes. Daughtry taking his time. He's going to hand off to Lane once again, and Lane's going to be met by a host of Bulldogs, but he's going to be close to the first down to about the 30. They're going to mark him at the 34-yard line.
And again, same play, pitching off to the left side. And again, going to mark him just shy of the first down marker. And we'll see if West Greene just tries to punch it down up the middle one more time to get the chains moving one more time.
A nice driving rain as the officials will call for the timeout. They're going to, they're going to measure this one. Interested to see what they do here, if how close he really is here. Obviously, West Greene, we know they're going to run the ball, whether it's third down and short or if it's going to be first down and 10. We're going to see how close it's going to be, and it's going to be third down. Third down, about half a yard. There was the old commercial me and my father always talked about. I know the people at home on TV can't see this, but it was drama. Change the channel. You see, two fingers, it's drama, and you put the two hands up, you just change the channel. That one was so far away, it's almost like a change the channel type third down.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was very, very clear that was going to be a third down scenario. And we'll see what the Buffaloes do on this third down. Like, we really don't, know it. We think it's going to be a run up the middle or maybe a run just out to the outside or towards the guards on the offensive line. We'll see if they give it right back to Julian Lane or if they decide to go switch it up, give it to another player, catch the defense off guard.
I formation on third down and 1. One receiver to either side. Handoff fullback up the middle. Claiborne stops him, but he's going to pick up the first down. This is probably Clowers, number 2 with the run.
And a nice second effort by West Greene. Not sure if he would have gotten there on the initial effort. Again, and that's what they decided to do. West Greene decides to give the ball away from number 1, tries to give it to another ball carrier to try and keep the defense guessing. And the Buffaloes just make it to move the chains.
So it brings up another K Metal first down and 10 here for West Greene. Ball resting at the Bulldog 31-yard line with 5:10 and counting left to go first half. West Greene leads this one 7-0. Two receivers to the left side. I formation for West Greene. This is going to be play action. Roll off to the right side. The ball is going to be completed to the 25. Taking a hit and eventually being taken down off that big hit to the 26-yard line. On the catch was 42, Jamie Kearney.
And what was Kearney's second reception of the game coming out of the backfield, the big hit was by Bryce Laws, and Laws, the junior, actually hit Kearney so hard he knocked himself down. Nonetheless, it was an 8-yard pickup.
Second down. It's going to be a handoff to Lane. Lane finding his way down the middle past the 20 to about the 16-yard line.
And Wes Greene now picking up the pace effectively on offense. I believe that was the quickest snap they've had so far in this game, coming off of a play, and it worked in the Buffaloes' favor to set up another first down. Wes Greene knocking on the door again for the second straight time.
It's a K&K Metal first down and 10, now resting at the Claiborne 16-yard line. Two receiver to the left side. I formation for Daughtry. His fullback is Kearney. The deep back is Lane. Handoff to Lane up the middle. He's going to get past the 15, inside to about the 14-yard line for a gain of 2.
It's very odd to see Julian Lane really get a carry in the game and not really burst over for about 10 yards or so. The Claiborne defensive line finally able to stop Lane somewhat for a minimal 2-yard gain. And we'll see now if Wes Greene tries to go for a short pass. Not really going to the passing game so much on this drive, as it was really the passing attack that led to Wes Greene's last touchdown. And we'll see if they go back to that attack, that offensive game plan, now that they are back inside the Claiborne red zone.
Second down and 8. Wes Greene taking their time now. 3:30 in counting left to go here inside of this quarter. Buffaloes lead 7-0.
It's really odd how Wes Greene was really going tempo, and now they're going to be forced to take a timeout.
They're going to take the timeout. I think that was a time management timeout. We'll take it with them. 3:23 left to go first half. Again, Buffaloes lead this one 7-0.
It's the Old Town Grill. The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special. It's the OTG. The OTG is the place to be.
Yesteryear Country Market is your destination for the finest and freshest foods in the tri-state area. Yesteryear features a variety of groceries, natural foods, and homemade desserts like their mudslide brownie and strawberry pudding. Yesteryear also has baked goods prepared fresh every day, such as their freshly baked breads sold by the loaf, or they can be put on a sandwich from their deli. Yesteryear Country Market, located at 1453 Highway 63 in Cumberland Gap.
We have 3:23 left to go here inside of the first half. Wes Greene leading Claiborne right now 7-0 in regional action. Both these teams looking to join Johnson County and Unicoi County, picking up their first regional victories of the season. Both those teams victorious last night. Both these teams wanting this all-important regional victory. Only regional victories count toward the playoffs.
That's right, and what is a very important early season matchup, and Wes Greene looking to make the most of it here in the red zone for the second time today, and we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2, trying to punch it in the end zone again.
Second down and 8, Buffaloes.
And this is interesting here. Wes Greene just came off of a timeout, and they're having more miscommunications with their sideline on offense.
I think that was the official sending a player off to the side.
And I think you're right. Looks like the Buffaloes have finally gotten set now on 2nd and 8.
One receiver to the left side, one to the right. I formation now, man in motion is Lane. And they're going to throw off to Lane off into the flat. He one-hand grabs that one. He's inside the 5 and dives for the pylon. Did he get there? He did not. They're going to say Lane is down at about the 3-yard line.
What a play from Julian Lane. Even though he didn't stretch all the way to the end zone, what a catch. Snaring that ball with one hand and bringing it in, and then breaking a tackle as he tries to tiptoe the sideline. Doesn't quite make it, but he sets up the Buffaloes for a first down and goal opportunity.
Ball resting at the 2. It's a K&K Middle first down and goal to go. One receiver to the left side, one to the right. This is Daughtry with the I formation. He goes under the center. Daughtry hands off, leaping and trying to get into the end zone is the Buffaloes. And they will not get in. I did not catch the number off that running back that time. It was not Lane.
I believe it may have been Clowers again. Not not entirely sure on that. But whoever the ball carrier was for West Greene tried to leap into the end zone, and even really the leap was short of the goal line, and the Claiborne defensive line was able to stuff the ball carrier, and the Claiborne defensive front wins that battle. They have to do it a couple more times, though.
Second down and goal to go. Ball resting at the West Greene 1 yard line. One receiver to the left side. Full house run here. This is going to be like a wildcat look. And I believe this is Lane just scampering into the end zone. Touchdown, West Greene.
And that was the first time that the Buffaloes have gone to that formation so far in this contest. A direct snap to Julian Lane, and I love that play call right at the goal line. Just give the ball to your playmaker right off of the snap, and he waltzes into the end zone for the second score of the day for the Buffaloes.
That was a long drive, a long clock drive for West Greene. We'll go through that in just a second. Buffalo set up for the extra point. Snap down. The attempt is up, and the attempt is good. Timeout of the field. 2:31 left to go here inside of the first half. Our new score, it is West Greene 14. It is Claiborne 0.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill. The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special. It's the OTG. The OTG is the place to be.
West Greene goes up by 2 scores. They now lead this one 14-0 with 2:31 left to go here inside of the first half. That drive, 15 plays, covering 82 yards, took 6:47 off the clock.
And that is the offense that West Greene looked to utilize here before the contest started. Couldn't get that with their first couple of drives, but the last two, the Buffalo offense has effectively taken over.
And now the Buffaloes will be kicking off to Claiborne. Nice end over end, booming kick. And it'll be taken deep inside the 5, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, and Claiborne is taken down, and they will start from their 27-yard line.
And a pretty decent kickoff return from Hunter Rosenbaum off the great kick by West Greene. Rosenbaum made a nice cut to make a few defenders miss, a few would-be tacklers miss. And now the Claiborne offense needs to have some production here before the end of the first half. They are going to get the ball to start the second half of play. They need to come up with some points, though, on this drive to not allow West Greene to come into the locker room with a 2-touchdown lead.
It's a K&K Metal first down and 10. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Stone dropping, rolling to the right side, looking, throws off. It is complete to Rosenbaum to the 40, down to about the, or up to about the 44, 45-yard line.
Very nice pass completion by Claiborne on first down, where really the West Greene defense may have been expecting another run from Claiborne on first down, and we'll see if the Bulldog offense, and Eli Stone in particular, the freshman quarterback, remember last week against Middlesboro on the last drive of the half for Claiborne, the Bulldogs were able to pass the ball very well, came up with some really nice passes. We'll see if that happens again to close out this first half.
Ball the far hash markers of the K&K Metal first down and 10. Ball resting at the Bulldog 43-yard line. This is going to be Stone rolling off right side once again. Avoids the pressure. Looking off. Throws across the middle. It's going to be incomplete. And there's going to be no penalty on the play, as you can hear the crowd warning the pass interference. And they may have a pretty good legitimate call there, as that was intended for Hayden Holland.
Yeah, that was very close. It was Brian McCrary, the defensive back, that very well could have been called for that pass interference penalty, and nonetheless it's going to be second and long, and you see the Claiborne offense really trying to be aggressive now, trying to throw the ball.
Second down and 10. Again, 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Stone going to hand off up the middle to the 45, to the 50. Inside West Greene territory is Bryce Laws. And he's at the West Greene 46 for a K&K Metal first down and 10.
And just as I say, the Bulldog offense is trying to pass the ball. Here they go with a run up the middle to Bryce Laws, and he picks up the first down. And again, it seems like the Claiborne offense may be at their best when they're under a little bit of pressure. When the clock is against them a little bit, that's when Claiborne is able to really kind of do their best work on offense. They did it last week at Middlesboro, and they may be doing it again tonight.
Under 2 minutes now left to go. Claiborne has 2 timeouts remaining. It's a K&K Metal first down and 10. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Stone, ace backfield. Stone drops, looks, feels the pressure, avoids the sack, moves up into the pocket, still avoiding people, and eventually is going to be taken down for forward progress right about the line of scrimmage. They're going to actually mark him back for a loss of 1, and Claiborne takes a timeout immediately off that sack. And we're going to hold it right here for just for this timeout here. Stone has gotten a lot of pressure on this drive. What I like about, and we talked about it with, I talked about it with Coach Medlin yesterday. I don't remember if it was during pregame or not. We forget he's a 14-year-old kid out here. He's playing against 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. There are times, like right there, moving out of the pocket, holding onto the ball, not trying to force something. He looks like he is a seasoned veteran, but we have to remember sometimes this is just a 14-year-old freshman.
After only 3 games, Stone has really shown a lot of poise in the backfield. He's really kind of shown that leadership quality, you know, as only a freshman. And really, going back to that play that just happened that led to the timeout from Claiborne, that may be the most incredible run that went for a loss of 1 yard that I've ever seen, because Stone was able to break several tackles from the West Greene defensive line and ends up losing a yard for his efforts. But like you said, Stone really, for the position that he was put in with his brother being injured before the season started, as he was projected to be the starting quarterback, Stone has shown a lot of poise throughout the season, not just tonight, but all season long.
Second down and 11. 3 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Stone going to roll off to the left side, looking, stops, throws, intercepted. This is Lane to the 40. Lane trying to reverse field, still on the 40. He's got some blockers. He's to the 45. He's got a wall. There's flags on the play. He's to the 40. 35-30, 25 to the 20. Lane's going to go all the way into the end zone, but this one is not going to stand as there is a flag, 2 flags, as a matter of fact, back here at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and after Lane was able to get the interception, a couple of penalties that are going to be against the Buffaloes, and that's going to negate that pick 6. And it's going to be most likely a block in the back against West Greene.
We'll get the indication here. It's block in the back against the Buffaloes. But again, for Claiborne, 4 drives, 4 turnovers.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Just on a week, last week against the Middlesboro Yellow Jackets, where it was the Claiborne defense that forced a total of 4 turnovers. Now the Claiborne offense has turned the ball over 4 times in just this first half.
So the flags were thrown at the Bulldog 45-yard line. They should mark it off from there. So it's going to put West Greene at the Buffalo 41-yard line. They have 1 timeout remaining. And you know for West Greene, they'd love nothing better to put another 7 on the board here.
Yeah, that's right. With 1:15 to go on the clock, they really do have plenty of time, even with the 1 timeout.
The block in the back was actually declined. There was a personal foul against West Greene that marked it off 15 yards, which is why it's at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, that's right. As there were multiple things happening on that interception play just a moment ago. And we'll see if the Buffaloes were going to try and throw it near the sideline to try and get out of bounds, or they're going to try and go deep.
K&K Metal first down and 10, 4 wide, 2 to either side. Daughtry in the gun. Low snap. He takes it, goes across the middle, incomplete.
It looks like the intended
receiver. Clowers or McCrary, they were both there. It's kind of thrown in between them.
It was really in between them. They looked to both really be on a streak pattern, but they ended up kind of crossing towards each other, and the pass just out of the reach of anybody on the field, and that's going to make it second down. One thing that is a positive, you know, with just a first down and 10 scenario, if you have an incomplete pass, you know, that does stop the clock. So there's no sense of urgency here for West Greene yet. If they move the ball, they will have to start rushing, as they have done so far in this first half.
Second down and 10, 2 receivers off to either side. 1:11 on the clock here in the first half. Going to be a handoff up the middle, and Claiborne's going to be all over this for a loss of 2. Now, let's see who the Buffalo was that carried the ball. That was Jamie Kearney, number 42.
And after they try to go deep on first down, they go with a little run up the middle on second down that doesn't really go for anything. And now that clock starts to run. And it seems like West Greene may just ride this one off until halftime with a 2-touchdown lead.
3rd down and 11 upcoming for West Greene. Stick with us at halftime. We'll go over some scores from around the area, as well as take a look at our college games of interest. It's the official opening week of the college football season. We'll go over some predictions there at halftime. 3rd down and 11. One receiver to the left side. Trips to the right. Now man in motion is Lane from the right to the left to make it 2 on either. Watch him throw to Lane. No, he's going to pump fake, go down the left sideline. It's going to be complete. Down to the 35-yard line. The West Greene Buffaloes get a huge first down.
And what a huge passing play it was, as everybody really was fooled, as you thought with Julian Lane was in motion. You thought that they would try and throw it to the senior on the flat, but they go deep. And now they only have a few seconds to go here.
And Claiborne's going to take the 3rd and final timeout of the half to set up their defense with 13 seconds left to go. We'll take it with them. Actually, with 13 seconds left to go, we're going to hold it just right here because we're approaching our last commercial break here of the first half. But again, Claiborne spending their 3rd timeout. Don't remember seeing a West Greene kicker in pregame to see if he's got any kind of leg. He's hit 2 extra points so far, but I don't know what kind of range he'll have. West Greene, I imagine, is going to take a shot here at the end zone. Wouldn't be surprised if Coach Case would maybe go over the middle to Lane. He's still got a timeout with 13 seconds. He can go across the middle.
Yeah, that's right. You can go across the middle, or really, if you just want to save that timeout, even further, you could go with a corner route towards out of bounds and try and save you some time there. But with 13 seconds to go, most likely they could go through the middle for a big chunk of yards and then call that timeout and then try and throw it into the end zone, or they could just go deep here on this first down play. We'll see what the Buffalo offense does.
It's a K&K middle 1st down and 10. 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Daughtry and the gun has it back to his right side. Now a man in motion from the left to right. Looks to be Lane. Daughtry rolls off right side, throws off. It is to Lane to the 30. He gets pumped and the ball is loose, and Claiborne has the ball at the 31-yard line on a monster hit.
Well, we can play 7 more regular season games, and we will not see a hit bigger than what we just saw. I'm not sure who the defender was.
I believe it was Laws.
It could have been Laws. Nonetheless, Julian Lane was really stumbling as he tried to catch the ball. I think Lane was more focused on trying to get out of bounds than securing the football, and because of that, Lane was absolutely drilled and ends up losing the football with 6 seconds to go in the half.
Claiborne's got 1 shot here on a K&K middle 1st down and 10. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Stone goes under the center with split backs behind him. Stone's going to roll off. A throwback screen to Beeson. He's got some room to the 30, to the 35, to the 40. Got a blocker back to the middle of the field. Trying to reverse field to the 45. He's got lightning in the ball to the 50. Going far side, 45 to the 40. Gets a block to the 35, to the 30. Back to the middle of the field, and eventually will get taken down near the 21-yard line. And unbelievably, no flags on the play, and that will end the first half of play. I really thought he had something there, but unfortunately, that takes us to the break. Our halftime score. It is West Greene 14. It is Claiborne 0. Folks, stay tuned. Halftime festivities right after this here on the LMU Sports Network.
Yesteryear Country Market is your destination for the finest and freshest foods in the tri-state area. Yesteryear features a variety of groceries, natural foods, and homemade desserts like their mudslide brownie and strawberry pudding. Yesteryear also has baked goods prepared fresh every day, such as their freshly baked breads sold by the loaf, or they can be put on a sandwich from their deli. Yesteryear Country Market, located at 1453 Highway 63 in Cumberland Gap.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
And we're back to Bulldog Field as we get ready for second half action. Again, West Greene leading Claiborne 14-0 as we get ready to get this one back underway. Halftime score of interest, Meigs County leads Cumberland Gap by the score of 29-0.
And it seems like the Panthers' 2-0 start to the season is going to have an L in the column. as that long road trip to Meigs County is going to result in a loss.
They'll be on a bye week next week. We'll be back here at Bulldog Field for the third consecutive week as Claiborne will be playing host to the newly rejuvenated Union County Patriots. Now, they're taking one on the chops here this evening because they're at Greenville. But the Patriots team is going to be back and going to be hungry again next week.
And sure to be another entertaining matchup. Those Patriots, whole new look for Union County.
So Claiborne will be getting the ball first to start this second half. They'll be going from right to left on your dial. West Greene from left to right. Looks like we had a discussion down in the end zone with the head official and one of the Claiborne receivers. Not real sure what it was about, but we got the whistle. And we are now underway here for the second half on a beautiful high end over end kick to be taken out about the 15-yard line to the 25. To the on the far sideline, not yet. Don't think Rosenbaum made the 30-yard line. He went in the air, so we'll see where they'll mark him.
And that was a nice tackle by Brian McCrary, who has made some nice receptions tonight and comes up on special teams with a nice tackle to trip up Hunter Rosenbaum to set up the Claiborne offense. Now, will the Bulldogs continue that passing attack that they had late in the first half when Beeson almost got into the end zone, or will they go back to the run game?
At their own 30-yard line, Duquesne came out of first down and 10. One receiver to the right side, 3 to the left. Stone hands off up the middle to the 40. And being tripped up just barely is Laws. And Laws brings the ball forward to the 45-yard line, a 15-yard run.
And it seems like we have an answer, at least as one play is concerned, to start off this drive, as it was Bryce Laws. Maybe everybody in the house was expecting Beeson, and Claiborne gives it to Laws right up the middle all the way to the 45 for a first down.
A shoestring tackle stopped him from the end zone. Ball on the far hash mark. Duquesne came out of first down and 10. Again, 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Ace backfield for Stone as he goes under the center. Stone throws out. It is incomplete. I believe the intended receiver that time,
Laws. I believe
that was Cunningham.
Oh, yes, you're
34.
Right. You're right, it was. Intended for Cunningham, and I like the call on first down, coming off of the nice run to go for a short pass. However, just that pass just a little bit too high. The receiver was able to tip it, and it's second and long. Expect Claiborne to go back to the ground here on second down.
Second down and 10. Ball still at the Bulldog 45-yard line. 3 receivers again to the left side, 1 to the right. Ace backfield for Stone. Stone hands off. Laws over to the right side. He's going to be barreled around and down for nothing.
And after Laws made the West Greene defense pay on the first down of the drive, this time the Buffalo defensive line was ready as they met Laws immediately. And now it's a third down and long scenario for Claiborne. And we've seen that kind of so far in the game. The Bulldogs get a few nice plays early on and then are met all of a sudden with a third down and long. We'll see how they respond here.
Third down and 9. Claiborne again breaks the huddle. 3 receivers to the left side. They'll send Cunningham out to the right by himself. Stone goes under the center. Laws is the deep back. Hand off to Laws, and he will bring the ball forward for about a yard and bring up fourth down.
And again, Bryce Laws was really a heavy dose of Laws this whole drive, and that's going to send out the punt team for the Bulldogs. And that's something that you didn't want to do for your opening drive of the second half. You wanted to move the ball more than Claiborne was able to do. Into the ball really not escaping out of their own territory, and they're going to give it right back to the red-hot West Greene offense.
Fourth down and 8. First punt of the evening for Claiborne. West Greene has a receiver back at the 20. High snap and a nice punt. One hop, and the receiver just lets it go over his head. Takes a Claiborne bounce inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line.
And very nice punt by the Bulldogs to send the Buffaloes a little bit deeper. West Greene will now take over, and you mentioned that their last drive for West Greene preceding the turnover right there when Julian Lane took a huge hit to close out the half. Their second touchdown drive was a 15-play, really long, methodical drive for the Buffaloes. We'll see if they stick to that here in the third quarter, up by 2 scores.
35 yards net on that punt. Sets up West Greene with a cane, came out of first down and 10 at their 18-yard line. One receiver to either side. I formation for the Buffaloes. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and Claiborne's going to have this one met to the 20. And I'm not real sure who that back was. It was not Lane.
I think it could be 20.
I'm going to say Manuel Catal, number 20.
I thought it could have been number 23, Chase Jennings, but nonetheless, minimal gain on first down for West Greene. But again, if you're the Buffaloes, you know, you really, with those runs, the clock here is your friend in the second half, up by 2 touchdowns. Got to produce some offense, though. We'll see if they can do it.
2 receivers to the right side. Shotgun formation for the quarterback. He's going to pass off into the flat. It is incomplete. It actually hit the Bulldog in the head, the defender that time. It was intended for Preston Fox.
Yeah, and Hunter Rosenbaum came in there, came in the middle of Fox, the path for the ball. Had Rosenbaum turned his head, he could have really potentially intercepted that ball and would have had 6 points, would have walked into the end zone. But nonetheless, a very nice play to be able to break up the pass and prevent a completion and force a 3rd down and long. If you're the Claiborne defense now, you want to get this stop here, get that offense back on the field.
3rd down and 9 for the Buffaloes. 2 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left. Shotgun for Daughtry, has it back to his right side. Daughtry dropping, looking, throws off down the right sideline. It is incomplete. Too high for his intended receiver, number 17. That is McCrary. And the Buffaloes will go 3 and out.
And McCrary was one-on-one with Bryce Laws, the defensive back, who made a really great deflection early in the first quarter, defending Julian Lane. And this time the pass was just out of the reach of both players. And now Claiborne's going to get the ball right back. 2 straight 3 and outs for both teams, and we'll see if Claiborne now can get good field position and continue the drive from earlier and try to get one in the end zone.
Lane back to punt. He'll get this one off. Beautiful punt. Beeson will take it at the 49. And like I say, he called for a fair catch. And they'll mark him right at midfield. That's where the Bulldogs will start with a K&K Metal 1st down.
And you know, Beeson likes to do a lot of damage on special teams. Had a player closing in on him, however. Nice call to call for the fair catch and just take the good field position dead at midfield. And now Claiborne, really, they pick up right where they left off from their last drive. They start this drive essentially where they ended their last.
It's a K&K Metal 1st down and 10. That net punt was 31 yards. 3 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Stone with an ace backfield. And Stone, I believe this was a busted play. Tried to hand it off, and the running back went to the other side of him.
Yeah, he tried to hand it off, and there was nobody there to hand off to.
Excuse me, that is not Stone. That is Evan Poor.
You're right.
Quarterback. It is number 8.
Yes, you're absolutely right. The sophomore quarterback saw some action in Claiborne's first contest at Oneida. Didn't play at all against Middlesboro. Nope. And he's in here for this second drive of the second half. That's a good catch.
3 receivers to the left side, 1 receiver to the right. Poor goes under the center. Poor going to keep it himself, tried to hand it off. I thought about handing it off, kept it himself, and he'll go forward for 2 more yards.
And it seems now on both of the snaps that Poor has taken, he's looked to kind of run the option here, kind of look for a read. And it's going to be 3rd and about manageable here for Claiborne. The Bulldogs need to convert this 3rd down and keep the offense on the field. And Poor stays out there.
3rd down and 6. 1 receiver to the right side, 3 to the left. Ace backfield, Poor. Hands off up the middle. Bryce Laws will not get the 1st down as he gets inside the 45 to the 42.
And it was number 44, Caleb Sierra, the sophomore, who made the tackle on Laws. And we'll see if
they're going to go for this on 4th down and 2. They're already in West Greene territory at the 42-yard line.
And I like the call to go for it on 4th down.
West Greene is sending Lane back deep as a safety here.
Yes, they are.
I don't think he realizes Claiborne's going to go for this. He's now going to walk. He's going to walk back up to the line.
Yeah, as they saw that Claiborne was marching up to the line of scrimmage, they saw that they need to get on defense and cover those receivers.
2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Poor. He's going to drop back, looks across the middle, throws it up. It is complete to Rosenbaum inside the 20. Mark him down at about the 18-yard line. It's another K&K Metal 1st down and 10.
And so far on this season, the senior Rosenbaum hasn't been able to catch very many passes due to the run-based offense of Claiborne. And this time, Poor underthrows Rosenbaum just a little bit. But Rosenbaum has the athleticism to get up and grab that ball for a huge pass completion for Claiborne.
It's a K&K Metal 1st down and 10. 3 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Ace backfield for Poor. Poor hands off up the middle. And I believe this is Laws. There's a flag late. Laws brings the ball forward to the Buffalo 12-yard line. And I believe they're going to tack on a few extra for here Because it was right at the point of the tackle. It very well could be a face mask.
Could be a face mask. You're absolutely right. And we'll see how players react, and that's what it is. And that was a nice run there from Claiborne, as Poor recognized had he kept the ball in that handoff, he would have been drilled by the defensive end. And then the offensive line provided a pretty good push there for the ball carrier. And now this is exactly what you wanted for Claiborne, just a drive too late. Nonetheless, they're in, knocking on the door here, well into the red zone, and they're going to try and make this a one-score game.
It's a K&K Metal first down and goal to go. Ball at the 6-yard line after the personal foul face mask. 6:45 and counting left to go, third quarter. Man in motion from the left to the right is Beeson. This is going to be a handoff up the middle, and I believe that is Laws. That will net nothing on the run.
And a little bit of an awkward exchange there, as it seemed like running back thought that Poor was going to keep the ball, as Lucas Neely comes in from the sideline for the Bulldogs, and Laws will head back to the sideline.
6:15 and counting, third quarter. West Greene leads this one 14-0. Two receivers to the left side, one to the right. Poor, he goes into the I formation. Poor, hands off right side. Beeson's going to be wrapped up by the ankle and taken down about the 5-yard line.
And giving the ball to Beeson for, I believe, the first time on this drive. Try to get the senior to punch it in there, to power the ball into the end zone. And this is a very, very big third down and goal here for Claiborne to see if the Bulldogs can really cap off this drive off the big pass play to Rosenbaum, as Porce is having some problems getting the communication on the play call with the receiver. Sprints back to the huddle. We'll see what they do on third down and 5.
Third and goal from the 5-yard line. This is two-down territory for Claiborne. They'll break the huddle. 3 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Ace backfield for Poor. Poor sends a man in motion. That's Beeson from the left to the middle, now to the right. Beeson. No, excuse me. This is Poor on the throw. It's into the end zone. Touchdown, Claiborne.
And we'll see if the officials stick with this touchdown call. It seemed that Rosenbaum may have bobbled the ball as he hit the turf, and don't know if he's maintained possession of the ball all the way through as he caught the ball at the goal line.
They're going to give it to him. We have an injured Buffalo on the field, but the touchdown will stand.
And there were several Buffalo defenders that were protesting against the officials, saying that Rosenbaum didn't make the catch, but he did, in fact, after Poor kind of stuttered again off of the snap, kind of was, awaiting the defense, anticipating the defense coming to him, delivers a strike off the slant pattern to Rosenbaum, and it was very fitting that the senior gets the touchdown as he earned the big chunk, the big pass play earlier, and he's the one that makes this a one-score contest.
Still waiting. We have an injured Buffalo in the end zone, and the athletic training staff from West Greene taking a look at the injured Buffalo as he stands in sets in the end zone. 5:09 left to go, third quarter. We're going to hold it right here because we're up against a break after this extra point. For Claiborne, that was a big drive.
Yeah.
50 yards, 8 plays, took 3:50 off the clock. A different quarterback, a different kind of scheme, same scheme, but a different kind of way he ran the offense, and it gave him a spark.
And it all started really going back to the defense, because the defense holds off West Greene for a 3-and-out on the Buffaloes' first drive of the field, which gives Claiborne really great field position at the 50-yard line. And then brand new quarterback Evan Poor really takes it from there and is allowed to offer the big pass play. Again, you mentioned that Claiborne may try and throw in some more passes here and there as the game progresses, as they've seen success, and it worked. And potentially after this PAT, this could be a 7-point ball game, and it's all thanks to the passing and the play calling of Claiborne and the Bulldog defense to get the offense in tremendous position to score.
So after the injured Buffalo gets up, he's over on the far sideline, and I believe he's going to be done for the game because I'm pretty sure they took his helmet, and that's kind of concussion protocol.
Yeah.
Claiborne will be set for the extra point. It'll be Grayson Howard, the junior, to have the attempt. I believe it is Holland, the sophomore, to have the hold. That score coming with 5:09 left to go, third quarter. It's a one-possession game whether he hits this one or not. Snap is high. The attempt is up. The attempt is no good, off to the left. That brings us to a timeout of the field. Our new score, it is West Greene 14. It is Claiborne 6.
It's the Old Town Grill. The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special. It's the OTG. The OTG is the place to be.
Yesteryear Country Market is your destination for the finest and freshest foods in the tri-state area. Yesteryear features a variety of groceries, natural foods, and homemade desserts like their mudslide brownie and strawberry pudding. Yesteryear also has baked goods prepared fresh every day, such as their freshly baked breads sold by the loaf, or they can be put on a sandwich from their deli. Yesteryear Country Market, located at 1453 Highway 63 in Cumberland Gap.
Back out to Claiborne High School. We've got a brand new ball game. Claiborne once again, 8 plays, 50 yards, took 3:50 off the clock. They missed the extra point, but they are down 8, 14-6 now to the Buffaloes. See what West Greene does here. Their last drive, they go 3 and out. Lane didn't touch the ball until he punted it away. Let's see if they go back to him here on this next drive.
Yeah, it's a huge drive for Claiborne in a game that's really been dominated by the run. That means the play clock runs with each and every play, and the Bulldogs needed to score, and they got it done. We'll see now what the Buffaloes do on offense.
A nice end-over-end kick will be taken back at about the 13-yard line to the 20. To the 25. Big hole to the left side now. This is Lane to the 35, to the 40. Still on his feet and finally gets wrapped around and thrown down about the 44, 45-yard line. Well, I mentioned it. They did touch the ball on offense, so he can return the kick.
Well, he touched the ball on special teams and gets a really nice return out of it. And you think that Lane here in the Buffaloes are going to be determined to push that score, push the deficit even further, bring it back to a 2-score game. The Claiborne defense now is going to have to be important. It's going to have to hold the Buffaloes as West Greene's kickoff return by Julian Lane puts them in a nice field position.
It's a K&K Metal first down and 10 at the Buffalo 45-yard line. 2 receivers to the right side. I formation for Daughtry. He's going to hand off to the left side to the 50 and get inside Claiborne to the Claiborne territory to the 46-yard line. It is the Bulldogs close to the first down.
And not sure who the ball carrier was. Again, it's very hard to see those jersey numbers here with the white on gray, but nonetheless, a great run. It's kind of for West Greene for all the ball carriers. It's Julian Lane, and then it's everybody else.
Yeah.
And it was the latter on that play, but it's a nice 9-yard pickup.
Second down and 1. 2 receivers to the right side. Again, I formation for West Greene. Handoff once again to the deep back. He's going to pick up the first down inside the 45, get the ball down inside Claiborne territory to the 40-yard line.
And Daughtry kind of fooled me on that play. I thought that Daughtry went for play action, roll off to the left side on the second down and 1. And it's a nice pickup on second down to be able to go all the way to the 40. And now West Greene now on first down and 10. Is going to now into Claiborne territory. We'll see if the Buffaloes can respond off of Claiborne's touchdown to really end the Bulldogs' momentum.
It's a K&K Middle first down and 10 from the 40-yard line. 2 receiver to the right side. Here's another handoff up the middle, and Claiborne's going to have this one met and dropped for a loss of 1. The running back is 26, Dexter Fry.
And Fry was met immediately by the junior, Matt Cupp. Cupp with his second tackle for a loss in this contest. As Cupp last week against Millsboro, he ran the ball very effectively against the Yellow Jackets. Hasn't gotten a carry tonight, but has made his presence known on defense for the tackle for a loss.
Second down and 11 upcoming for West Greene. 2 receivers to the right side. I formation, 3:25 and counting third quarter. Now they'll move the tight end to the right side. Daughtry taking his time here. Now he'll take the snap. Hands off on the left side. And met again and dropped back to the 42-yard line. I believe it once again was Fry.
And I think that was actually Lane.
No, they gave it to Lane.
Yes,
okay.
And it was Lane's first carry of the drive after the nice kickoff return. And he was stuffed immediately. And so, again, the Bulldog defense here winning the battle in the trenches, winning at the line of scrimmage, back-to-back plays. If they can get off the field on this third down and long, it would be huge for Claiborne, as they're only down by 8 now as we approach the final minutes here of the third quarter. As they've made it, this third quarter really has been all Claiborne if they can capitalize on this third and long.
Third down and 12. One receiver to the left side, and West Greene's got to spend a timeout because they had too many men in the huddle. We'll take it with them. 2:32 left to go, third quarter. West Greene still leads this one, 14-6.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill. The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special. It's the OTG. The OTG is the place to be.
2:32 left to go here inside of the third quarter. West Greene leading this one 14-6, but they're faced with a huge third down and 12. Ball resting at the Bulldog 42-yard line.
So far, the Bulldog offense has not been as efficient as it was throughout the first two quarters.
Watch West Greene to throw this one in the flat like they did a lot in the first half.
Yes.
Two receivers make it three receivers to the right side. Daughtry in the gun, one receiver to the left side, has a back behind him. Almost a pistol look. Daughtry rolls, look for the screen. He's got Lane there. One person to beat. He beats him, but he cannot beat the second. He does beat the second, breaks the tackle to the 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5, and Lane somehow finds a way out of multiple tackles to go down the field 42 yards on a screen pass. Touchdown, West Greene.
On what was the delayed screen to Julian Lane. Two Bulldogs were there initially. The first defender missed, the second defender missed, and then a third defender missed towards the first down marker, and then Lane was able to carry it all the way to the end zone. What a job just breaking tackles, but again, the Claiborne defense not able to bring the senior down, and he goes into the end zone.
Extra point is up and good. And that brings us to another timeout on the field. 2:17 left to go. Our new score, it is West Greene 21. It is Claiborne 6.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill. The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special. It's the OTG. The OTG is the place to be.
So West Greene scores on a 5-play, 55-yard drive. It took 2:52 off the clock. And West Greene went from being up by 8 to increasing their lead now to 21-6 and puts the pressure right back on Claiborne.
Yeah, what a heart-wrenching touchdown that was for the Claiborne defense. It was third down and 12, and all they needed to do was stop Lane because it was the screen pass, and Lane had a lot of field left in front of him before he got that first down marker, and missed tackles lead to a score for West Greene.
Easier said than done. Here's the kickoff to Claiborne over on the far side. To the middle of the field to the 15. Reversing field now back to the right side. I believe this is Laws trying to back his way forward. Make that Rosenbaum, 23, not 24. And the ball is brought forward to about the 30-yard line. The Bulldogs will start there for a K&K battle. First down and 10.
And again, Claiborne, and with less than 2 minutes here, the clock is still running here in this second quarter for some reason off of the kickoff return.
Yeah, the clock is running here in the third quarter off this kickoff, and we're not real sure why. Now we'll stop it with 1:44 to go. I think they need to add some time to that clock.
Yeah. It just seemed about like 5 or 6 seconds ran off from there.
Well, the kickoff happened at 2:17.
Oh, it was more than that then.
So I'm not real sure how much, if they'll put any time back on the clock. Hopefully they do here for Claiborne.
And for the Bulldogs, it is Evan Poor staying on the field at quarterback after leading the Bulldogs to a touchdown on the previous drive off a couple nice passes to Hunter Rosenbaum. And as we approach the end of the third quarter, Claiborne needs to respond to West Greene's to their touchdown. And the Buffaloes just need to hold up on defense. We'll see if Claiborne can move the ball efficiently.
They're going to add 14 seconds to the clock. It'll be 1:58 once they get it reset.
And now the clock has been set officially.
And we're ready to go.
Resume play.
It's a K&K Metal first down and 10. Claiborne's got the ball at their 30-yard line. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Poor in it, quarterback, hands off up the middle. And Claiborne bring the ball forward for about 5 or 6 yards on the run. It looks to be maybe Bryce Laws once again on the carry.
And it's interesting, Bryce Laws has really had a lot of carries here in just this third quarter alone, as the junior gets a decent run on first down to open up the offense for Claiborne. We'll see if the Bulldogs stick to the run on second down or go for the pass.
Second down and 5 as we're now under 90 seconds left to go third quarter. Again, West Greene leads this one 21-6. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Poor in the ace backfield, goes under the center. Poor's going to drop back looking, throws off. He's got Rosenbaum on the near side. There's going to be a holding as Rosenbaum goes down to the 39-yard line. But they're going to get Holland with a hold.
Yeah, the hold's going to be on Hayden Holland, trying to block for Hunter Rosenbaum off of the bubble screen. And it's going to result in a penalty for Claiborne. And I think is that the first penalty of the game against Claiborne? It's the first penalty that I can remember on the Bulldogs in quite some time.
By my records, that is the first that's the first penalty against Claiborne.
Yeah, it's really something when you can go almost 3 full quarters without a penalty. But again, not really coming at the best of times.
Now it puts them back to the 25-yard line, and it'll be up second down and 15. 1 receiver to the left side, 3 to the right. Dropping back, this is Poor looking to pass. Throws across the flat, flag on the play, and it's complete out to the 45-yard line. It is completed to Holland. If the play stands, it'll be good enough for a first down, but there is a flag over on the far side. We'll see what the call is here.
And we'll wait and see what the official calls. And what a way for Hayden Holland to make up for the holding penalty by picking up the first down on the huge pass play. However, Claiborne is reacting as if it's going to be a holding call against the Bulldogs, and it is.
So holding against Claiborne. Back-to-back penalties. No, excuse me, it was holding against West Greene.
You're right.
It was a hold against on the receiver, so the pass will stand.
Wow.
21 yards on the pass completion, sets up a K&K Metal first down and 10 at the 46-yard line. 3 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Handoff to the right side, and it's going to go for nothing to Bryce Laws.
And Claiborne trying to mix it up here with going back and forth between rushes and passes. And again, it was Laws. Again, it's been a while since we've heard from Elijah Beeson.
Yeah.
As it's been a heavy dose of Bryce Laws as off the minimal gain on first down.
Less than 30 seconds left to go third quarter. To be second down and 9. As Evan Poor goes under the center. 3 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Poor is going to drop back, he's going to be pressured, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be sacked at the 46-yard line for a loss of 1.
And the West Greene defense ends the quarter on a high note, bringing Poor down with a host of tacklers.
And the siren goes off, and that'll do it for the third. We've played 3 quarters here at Bulldog Field. Our score, it is West Greene 21. It is Claiborne 6.
Yesteryear Country Market is your destination for the finest and freshest foods in the tri-state area. Yesteryear features a variety of groceries, natural foods, and homemade desserts like their mudslide brownie and strawberry pudding. Yesteryear also has baked goods prepared fresh every day, such as their freshly baked breads sold by the loaf, or they can be put on a sandwich from their deli. Yesteryear Country Market, located at 1453 Highway 63 in Cumberland Gap.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
And we are back at the fourth quarter of play here. West Greene right now leading Claiborne 21-6. And Claiborne will have the ball with third down at their 46-yard line, looking at about a third down and almost 10 yards to go. You were impressed during our last time out there with the Claiborne marching band down here.
Well, with the drum line, the tenor players are hanging upside down, playing the cadence for the drum line. I always like to see that, as I was a former snare player myself. But as we have this third down and long here, it's the third down and long because Evan Poore was sacked by a host of tacklers. And if you're the Bulldogs, you need to convert this down, as there's only 12 minutes to go, and you're down by 2 scores.
2 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right on third down. Now man in motion is Beeson from the left to the right. Poore on a reverse. This is Rosenbaum back to the middle field. He hurdles. He's to the 50, trying to find blockers. He'll get inside the 50 to the West Greene 48-yard line.
Yeah, that was a very, very nice play call, of sending everyone to the right side and sending Rosenbaum in motion. And he is able to pitch the ball, Poore that is able to pitch the ball to Rosenbaum. And Rosenbaum makes a nice hurdle to jump over a couple players that were on the ground. However, he's not able to get the ball all the way. It's fourth down. I expect Claiborne will go for this one.
Claiborne will go for this one. It's going to be 4th down and 6. We have a stoppage momentarily as West Greene has a player kind of limping off to the side.
Yes, and again, obviously, it needs no overstating that Claiborne obviously needs to convert this fourth down 21-6, as Laws is in the backfield behind Poore. We'll see if they go for a short pass or if they try to give it to Poore.
3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Handoff up the middle. First down to Laws. He spins and fights his way down to the 40-yard line. First down for Claiborne.
And when they line up 4 wide receivers, the defense tends to gravitate towards those receivers on fourth down. So Poore gives it to Laws up the middle, and he has a nice hole. The offensive line helps Laws out big time. Claiborne's able to convert the fourth down and stay alive. And the Bulldog drive is now into West Greene territory.
It's a K&K Metal first down and 10. Ball resting at the West Greene 40-yard line. Claiborne sends 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Split backs behind Poore. Poore hands off, and Laws is met at the line for no gain.
And after getting fooled on fourth down, Buffaloes will not let it happen twice in a row, as a couple of Buffaloes met Laws. Again, I have to question why we have not seen Elijah Beeson really at all here in this second half. It's been Bryce Laws and Bryce Laws some more.
Second down and 10. 1 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Again, split backs behind Evan Poore. Poore, option play, runs off. He's going to pitch out. This is Laws to the 35 to the 30. Gets the first down inside the 30-yard line to about the 28-yard line.
And maybe we're just not seeing Elijah Beeson because Bryce Laws is just moving the ball as effectively as anyone right now, coming off of the pitch, going past the first down marker.
Mark it at the 27 for a 13-yard gain, and to bring up another K&K Metal first down and 10. Ball on the 4 hash mark. 10:25 and counting left to go fourth quarter. West Greene leads this one 21-6. 2 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Split backs once again behind Poore. Poore pitches out. Laws makes the first person miss, and then slips down on the ground. Give that tackle to the turf monster as he'll gain maybe half a yard.
And you saw Laws was upset as he hit the turf, as he was able to shake Brian McCrary behind the line of scrimmage, but then turf just gave out on Laws' legs, and it results in a run for no gain.
Second down and 10. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Again, split backs behind Poore. Looking at a heavy box. Poore. Looks like he may want to drop back and throw that one. And they're going to call it for a sack. He never actually got taken to the ground, but it's going to be a sack and a loss of 2.
And I'm not quite sure who the defensive lineman was at West Greene that got in there just ridiculously quick, as Poole really didn't even have time to survey his options and really just kind of even turn around before he was sacked. What a job by the West Greene defensive line.
3rd down and 12. 3 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Poore goes under the center, ace backfield. Behind him, that is Laws. Poore drops back, looking, rolls off left side, avoids the pressure, still looking, steps up to the pocket, throws off. It is intercepted by West Greene. Unbelievably, the tip drill works for the Buffaloes. Another Claiborne turnover. Could not come at a worse time, and the Buffaloes will take over off the Lane interception at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, it was Julian Lane who came off of the interception. Also the wide receiver, he showed off his receiver skills, tipping the ball to himself. I noticed, too, mid-play, Poore had a receiver in the flat that was wide open for Claiborne, and had he sawn him towards the far sideline, ball carrier, or the receiver, rather, could have sprinted to the first down marker. But again, another turnover, and probably the costliest one of the game so far. At least 4 on the day.
I'm thinking that's 4. That's a Can came out of 1st down and 10 for the Buffaloes. 2 receivers to the right side. They're going to move the tight end from the left to the right. Ball resting at their 18-yard line. I formation. Handoff going to the far sideline and finding a hole is the West Greene Buffaloes, as they're running back over on the far side. Brings the ball forward to about the 28, 29-yard line.
And now, if you are Claiborne, you cannot let that turnover stay in your mind. You cannot allow those gaps to be that big on defense, as that really was an easy big pickup right there for West Greene. And you can't allow the Buffaloes to stay on the offensive side of the field. You've got to come up big on defense. Just forget about that last turnover as the clock is ticking.
10 yards on the run since another Kane came out of 1st down and 10. 2 receivers to the left side. And it'll be an I formation for Daughtry as we approach 8.5 minutes left to go inside of this contest. They'll hand off coming to the near side of the 30s, West Greene, and bring the ball forward to the 32-yard line. On the run,
I believe that was Gray.
That is Dexter Fry once again.
Yes, Dexter Fry. And it was Jeremiah Hunter, the junior, who got the nice tackle on Fry, as it looked like Fry could have really had the same scenario as the previous play, had a lot of room to run, but Hunter closed that gap quickly for the minimal gain.
4 yards on the run, sets up 2nd down and 6. Clock is running, and less than 8 minutes now left to go inside of this 4th quarter. West Greene leading this one 21-6. 2 receivers to the right side. I formation. Handoff. This is Lane. Stumbles a little bit, still on his feet past the 35, and brings the ball forward and falls forward to about the 39-yard line.
And the Buffaloes really just taking their time on offense, and who could blame them? Up 21-6. Just take your time, and if you keep moving the ball efficiently in the run game, then you can take your time and stay on the field as long as you like. And officially, that does go for a 1st down off the nice run. Again, the Claiborne defense, I think, still a little bit shell-shocked off of that turnover that was caused by Julian Lane, and West Greene's capitalizing on that.
Lane runs for 7 yards. It's another Kane. Came out on 1st down and 10, this time at the Buffalo 39-yard line. 2 receivers to the left side. Again, I formation for Daughtry. Daughtry looking at a 4-down lineman look. A handoff to Lane, and Lane's going to be met and dropped at the line.
And again, Claiborne, it's really been kind of just back and forth here in this drive. It seems like West Greene gets a nice run, and then Claiborne stops it. And then the Buffaloes get a nice run, and the Bulldogs stop the next one. And for Claiborne, you want to really, I don't think West Greene's had a 3rd down yet on this drive.
No.
And
for Claiborne, they got to strip the ball.
Yeah, and they're trying to cause a turnover there, trying to force West Greene to give the ball back to the Bulldogs, as again the clock just keeps ticking after all these rushing plays.
2nd down and 9. 1 receiver, make that 2 receiver to the right side. Daughtry goes under the center, I formation. 6:40 in counting now. Daughtry's going to roll off left side. He's got a person there in the flat, and it's complete to the 45, to the 50, to the 45, and getting cut down from behind is the West Greene receiver, number 42. That is Kearney. He gets a big gain inside Claiborne territory, and so Kane came out of 1st down.
Yeah, Kearney was eventually brought down by the junior Austin Cunningham, but not after Kearney was able to pick up a big 1st down. Again, the clock and really just the game is all in West Greene's favor as they've now crossed into Claiborne territory.
17 yards on the pass completion, sets up another K&K Metal first down and 10. And it's going to be a handoff to the fullback up the middle, past the 40, down to about the 30. Oh, he's still on his feet. Now down to about the 37-yard line.
And maybe I think Claiborne trying to get too focused on stripping the ball away from the carrier to try and focus on bringing the Buffalo down to the turf. And that resulted in a nice run from West Greene as the ball carrier was bottled up initially, but then eventually was able to scamper for a nice gain.
Buffalo's rushing the ball at will to be second down and 3. The clock is still running. Under 6 minutes now left to go. Trying to put the final nail in the coffin here and pick up their first regional victory of the season. 2 receivers to the left side. I formation. This is a pass out into the flat. Is complete to the 35 of Stutterstep and eventually being taken down by the 30-yard line. On the reception was McCrary.
McCrary's had a nice evening tonight, catching those passes out of the flat from Daughtry. And the Buffaloes doing a nice job of shaking it up, going from rushes to short passes that you know that you can get completions out of. And furthermore, the Buffaloes are moving the ball off of those easy passes to keep the offense on the field.
7 yards on the pass completion, sets up another K&K Metal first down and 10 for West Greene. They got the ball at the Bulldog 30-yard line, leading 21-6 as the clock winds at 5:20 in counting. 2 receivers left side, tight end to the right. Ace backfield. Daughtry, hands off, going over to the right side. This is West Greene. Flag on the play as the running back will bring the ball forward to about the 21-yard line. This one's going to come back against West Greene.
Yeah, it's going to be a holding against West Greene off the run from Fry.
And you know, for West Greene, it's an extra play and extra time they get to run.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I know it's going to drive head coach Joe Case nuts to have a holding penalty like that, but an extra first down.
Yeah, that's right.
As they'll mark the ball back to the 43-yard line. So it'll be first down. It's a K&K Metal first down and 23 as the clock once again winds. And we're at 5:08 and counting. Again, Claiborne looking for their first regional win in the last 18, now make it 19 attempts. Unless they get West Greene up the field in a hurry, they're going to have to wait till another night. 2 receivers left side, Ace backfield. This is Daughtry handing the ball off. This is Lane to the 40. Stutter stepping and eventually being taken down inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line.
Well, it seemed like just about every Claiborne defender ended up on the pile on top of Julian Lane towards the end of that play. And it looks like we have a timeout on the field.
I think Claiborne's going to take a timeout. No, we have an injured Bulldog. We have an injured Bulldog on the far sideline. And Coach Medlin is quick to get over there to his player. It was a 5-yard run by Lane. And we'll set up second down as soon as we get done with this injury timeout. While we got this opportunity, let's go over a few scores here while we're waiting for the injured Bulldog to get up. In the fourth quarter, less than 2 minutes left to go. Sullivan North on their way to their second win of the year. They lead Cosby 38-7. In the fourth, Sullivan South leads Granger 21-14. A fourth quarter score to Greenville. Looking for the shutout. They lead Union County 48-0. It is Happy Valley leading Hampton at the start of the fourth, 35-0. Looking for other scores that are not at halftime. East Ridge leads East Hamilton 14-0 in the fourth quarter. Maryville leads McMinn County 41-0 in the fourth. And the last update we got, it was Meigs County leading Cumberland Gap 29-0. Alcoa leading Scott in the fourth 42-0. Oneida planking Wartburg 37-0. Wartburg has the second longest active losing streak coming into the night. Looks like that will extend. And West, I know you like that score since you're an alumni of West. They lead Carnes in the third 17-0.
And it looks like the injured Bulldog was Bryce Laws, as the Claiborne faithful here having a nice sigh of relief as Laws is able to walk off the field on his own power.
It'll be second down and 18 upcoming for West Greene. Clock at 4:18 and counting. Again, they lead this one 21-6. Two receivers to the left side. I formation for the Buffaloes. Daughtry taking his time on the set. And he's going to hand it off. Ball up the middle. Bouncing out to the left side. Again, he's taken down from behind. And Claiborne will take a timeout very quickly, and we'll take this one with him. 3:56 left to go, fourth quarter. West Greene leads this one 21-6. Back after this here on the LMU Sports Network.
It's the Old Town Grill. The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special. It's the OTG. The OTG is the place to be.
Yesteryear Country Market is your destination for the finest and freshest foods in the tri-state area. Yesteryear features a variety of groceries, natural foods, and homemade desserts like their mudslide brownie and strawberry pudding. Yesteryear also has baked goods prepared fresh every day, such as their freshly baked breads sold by the loaf, or they can be put on a sandwich from their deli. Yesteryear Country Market, located at 1453 Highway 63 in Cumberland Gap.
It'll be third down coming out of this timeout. We were discussing, we've come to the conclusion that was Claiborne's first timeout of the second half. So they'll have two remaining. 3:56 left to go. They trail this one 21-6. This drive for West Greene started back at their own 18-yard line after an interception. With 8:57 on the clock, they have already taken off nearly 5 minutes, which is almost the equivalent of half of a high school quarter.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's really the game management has really worked in perfection to West Greene's offensive attack. And you think here that the Buffaloes will get off the field here on this third and very long. However, the Claiborne Bulldog defense has been known to, slack off a little bit.
4 wide, 2 to either side. Lane in motion from the left to the right. It'll be a handoff to Lane as he's in motion, and Claiborne's going to have that one stopped back at the 41-yard line for no gain.
As you recall earlier on in the game, it was that third down and long where Julian Lane was able to break so many tackles and really walk into the end zone after an unbelievable pass or unbelievable run after the catch on a screen pass. And on this occasion, Claiborne was able to stop the senior from gaining any more yards after the contact.
It'll be up fourth down and long. Claiborne spends their second timeout. We're just going to hold it here for this one and kind of look back over the scoreboard one more time here. We talked about Fulton leading Powell in the third, 28-8. Third quarter last update, Campbell County leads Oak Ridge 9-7. It's now a final. Oneida has defeated Wartburg 44-0. And I want to see, I've got that one somewhere in my notes here.
Oneida beat Wartburg.
Wartburg's loss now sends them, well, I've got it here somewhere. It's now the second, still in the second consecutive, or second longest active losing streak, unless Sheffield was to win tonight, and then Rockwood, or not Rockwood, but Wartburg would have that record outright. Not really something you want to have, but nevertheless. Lookout Valley at halftime, still leads Jellicoe 14-8. Nobody's really went final. Daniel Boone leads Tennessee 42-10 in the fourth quarter. And it looks like it is. We're ready for fourth down action here. West Greene's going to go for this one. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Maybe a short punt, and it will be. Punting straight up in the air. Claiborne may let this one go as it's going to take a Claiborne bounce, and it'll be down at the 19-yard line. And that's where the Bulldogs will start with a K&K Metal first down and 10 with 3:43 left to go here inside of this contest.
And with Claiborne on their own side of the field, down by 18 points. That is
15.
That's wrong math. That is 15. I apologize. 21-6 is 15.
For all of Brandon's math teachers out there, we now know what 21 minus 6 is.
Whoops.
Nevertheless, Claiborne will start from their 19-yard line with a K&K Metal first down and 10. 1 receiver to the right side. 3 to the left. And quarterback Evan Poor's looking around. He does not have a running back.
That's right. There's nobody
Who's missing from the field?
There's nobody else in the backfield behind Poor.
They got 10 players on the field. The clock's running down. And now they're going to run Well, they're starting to run 2 on the field.
Jeremiah Hunter,
the junior, will jump in. Clock is down to 5, 4, 3. Poor's got to get this off. Poor just does, dropping back, looking to pass. Throws off, it's going to be incomplete. Almost intercepted that time as West Greene's preparing for the pass, as it was intended for Rosenbaum.
And what was a desperation heave, basically, from Poor to Rosenbaum. The defensive back really was in prime position to intercept that ball, and Rosenbaum really played defense and really prevented that interception, bringing the defensive back to the turf. And again, you know, you'll see the Bulldog offense now here try to go for these deep passes as they're down by 15 with 3.5 to go in the contest.
3:33 left to go, 2nd down and 10. West Greene secondary really playing back near the 35-yard line. They know the pass is coming. 4 wide, 2 to either side for Poor. Now sends Beeson in motion from the right to the left. Poor rolls off left side, feels the pressure, and West Greene's going to get the sack. West Greene sacks Poor back to the 8-yard line for a loss of 11.
Yeah, it was a very long sack as well. As Poor really, I think he wanted to kind of roll off to either side, and he had a Buffalo really sprinting towards him on the left side that he did not see until late. And that results in the sack, and it's now 3rd down and very, very long for Claiborne. And a bad situation has really gotten worse for the Bulldog offense.
3rd down, let's call it 21 yards to go. Ball resting at the Claiborne 8-yard line. 3:10 and counting left to go inside this one. West Greene leading 21-6. 1 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Split backs behind Poor. Poor dropping, looking, throws across the middle. It is intercepted to the 30. Running into his own teammate to the 25, still trying to find a way, and finally being taken down from behind is the Buffaloes as the ball is brought back to the 12-yard line. Is on the interception, I believe it was Lane.
Yeah, guess who? Julian Lane with his 2nd interception of the last 2 drives for West Greene. And what is that now, 5 turnovers?
I think it's 5 turnovers.
For the Bulldogs. And really, that was an extraordinary turnover because Poor really somehow floated that pass into Matt Cupp, and it looked like Cupp had secured that ball, and all of a sudden Lane wrestled it away from the junior and comes up with another turnover.
The ball will be placed at the 14-yard line. West Greene has taken a timeout to discuss this one. They'll have it, as we said, at the 14 with 2:46 left to go. We remind you, next week we'll be right back here at Bulldog Field as Claiborne will try to rebound, as they'll more than likely fall here this evening to the Buffaloes. They'll try to rebound next week against Union County, who will also be coming off of a loss. Here's the final for you. Happy Valley has defeated Hampton 41-0. That's a huge victory for Happy Valley. Hampton was ranked in the top 10 of the state last week before they lost to Johnson County, and now they've lost again. So back-to-back losses for Hampton. And looking over some of the scores we're trying to keep an eye on, there's no changes in the Cumberland Gap or the Union County score. So we'll just wait on those until to the conclusion of our contest here. It's a K&K Metal 1st down and 10 for the Buffaloes. Ball resting, as we said, at the at the Claiborne 14-yard line. No wide receivers, everybody on the line. I formation for Daltrey. He's going to hand off, running the ball up the middle to the 11. And I believe that was Fry.
As now West Greene just trying to ride out the rest of this 4th quarter and hold on to this potential victory. And, of course, that turnover, that I believe the 5th turnover of the game, could have possibly put the nail in the coffin.
2nd down, let's call it 7 yards to go. Ball resting at the Bulldog 11-yard line. 2:15 and counting left to go here inside of the 4th. West Greene looking like they're going to improve to 2-1 on the season, 1-0 in the region, joining Johnson County and Unicoi County at the top of the region with their first victory. On 2nd down and 8, I formation, no receivers. Another handoff. And going off to the right side, trying to find his way into the end zone. Did he get there? He did not. As Fry gets to the 4-yard line, close to the 1st down marker.
Nice run on 2nd down from Fry, able to bounce out to the outside. Is what he's been able to do really here in mop-up duty behind Julian Lane. And he's had a pretty efficient day.
It'll be 3rd down and 1. Clock marches toward 90 seconds remaining. See if West Greene tries to punch this one in the end zone or just pick up the first down. And kill this clock. It'll be I formation once again, no receivers set for West Greene. Handoff once again. This is Fry finding his way toward the pylon. Did he get there? Waiting for the indication. There is no indication from the official. I got to say he did not get into the end zone, but he will pick up the first down. Another K&K Metal first down and 10, and that will kill this one. They do not have to. They can take a knee. They don't have to run this one.
Yeah, exactly. And even though Fry didn't get into the end zone, he was about a hair short of doing so. And like you said, West Greene will be able to take a knee and ride out their second victory of the season and their first regional win of 2017.
Less than a minute left to go now here inside of this contest. 21-6. West Greene leads. It'll be a K&K Metal first down and goal to go. Ball resting, I believe, right at the 1 yard line. I formation again for Daughtry. See if he just takes a knee here. Nope, they're going to hand the ball off, and Fry is going to stretch forward, and he still does not get in.
And that could very well be the last play of this game.
Yeah, we're under 23 seconds now. They don't have to snap the ball because the play clock has not yet started. See if Coach Case will just tell the team to come back on over to the sideline, and they will. And that one's going to do it here from Bulldog Field. Two very hard-fought teams. Turnovers kills the Bulldogs tonight. And West Greene walks away with a regional victory tonight as they defeat Claiborne by the score of 21-6. Folks, stay tuned. Post-game wrap-up right after this here on the LMU Sports Network.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill. The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special. It's the OTG. The OTG is the place to be.
It's a final here from Bulldog Field as tonight the West Greene Buffaloes pick up their first regional victory of the 2017 season by defeating the Claiborne Bulldogs by the final score of 21-6. For Claiborne, they fall to 1-2, 0-1 in Class 3A Region 1. For West Greene, they improved to 2-1 and 1-0 inside Region 1. We'll be right back here for Bulldog Field one more time next week as they'll go back out of the region and play one of their rivals in the Union County Patriots, and we'll hope you'll join us for that one. For everyone behind the scenes of our Old Town Grill High School Game of the Week, so long, everyone.